asterisk labeled Spotify podcast follower. Hi, Chris, meaning me. I hope you and your family are doing well. Obviously, I follow you and your husband on TikTok, and I just recently started listening to your podcast on Spotify.
You're one of 500,000, by the way.
I like how you just slid that in there.
Slide it in. I also, before you move on, I want to talk about the iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube thing. For all of you who listen to us on one platform, know that YouTube has the most amount of content. If you listen to us on Spotify or iTunes, please review us on there and play us in the background repeatedly.
Yeah.
The more our content plays, the better reviews we get, the better our algorithm is experienced. So for those of you who will watch on YouTube, like you can put one of our playlists on and play it and just go to work.
Yeah. You could. If you're sitting at work, open a tab, turn the volume all the way down, and just leave it running while you're doing your work.
You could also do it on your computer at home while you're not there.
You could.
Just turn the volume way down. Let your pets listen to us.
Yeah.
Chris's voice is super soothing.
Apparently it is. I'm
your
still getting...
dogs will love that.
I'm still getting comments. I love her voice.
You need to make a video of 15 minutes going, here, kitty, 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 kitty. Yeah, and talking to the dogs so that they can just play you talking to their animals and it'll drive our algorithm.
I am 100% here for that. Be like, who's a good boy? Where's your ball? Where's your rope? Do you have your rope?
The first two of those is going to have somebody touching themselves.
No! Are you serious?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yes.
Y'all are filthy. In my mind, I'm thinking of one of those thick boy pit bulls and talking to him like, go get your rope.
Oh, it's probably a thick boy. Yep, probably. You did that to yourself. Ew. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking I'm still a virgin and you guys are nasty.
Yeah. Right. Next email.
We already started the email.
Back to the email.
I love all the information and suggestions you guys provide. It's really made a dramatic difference in my current relationship.
Love that.
So first, thank you. Anytime. My partner and I have implemented so much into our dramatic difference. Oh, wow.
They've implemented into their dramatic difference, huh?
I read the sentence and started over on the same line. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about going to a pet shelter now and just loving up on all the dogs and then coming back home because there's no obligation for me to take care of them.
Yeah.
I also don't have the time to take care of a dog.
Nope.
I would love to. Also, I'm allergic.
Yep.
The thought of a dog is nice, though.
Get a hairless dog.
That's a thing.
That's
a thing now. We saw that in the movie.
It's not now. It's been a thing.
It's a thing for me now.
Yeah. Okay.
It is new into my universe. It was an existing thing, but it's new to me.
Yeah.
They're a thing. Hairless dogs.
Mm-hmm. Hairless cats, hairless guinea pigs, hairless rats.
I couldn't imagine seeing a massive hairless dog walking around at night.
It would look like some sort of demon dog.
I know. I'm like really thinking about that now. Like, could in that moment at 3 a.m., if I wake up and there's this hairless dog just staring at me on the side of my bed, I would probably scream. I don't think I could.
So we need a hairless dog is what you're saying. Just to freak you out in the middle of the night.
It's because you like scaring me.
A little bit. So the kids think it's funny to try to scare us. And they open that door. And I told them the first time they did it, I was like, be aware of what you're doing right now. And they're like, what? And I was like, if you're going to try to play that game, you're going to lose because I'm way better at it than you are. And sure enough,
she got all three of us.
She came home the other day and made them go to the bathroom and was setting up Netflix in the room to watch the little cartoons while she made dinner. And I got all three of them. And I got one of them so bad that he tinkled a little bit.
He did?
Like, yep, you don't want to play that game.
He pulled me aside in the kitchen. He goes, did he pee his pants? I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I think I made him pee his pants. And I turned and I looked at his butt and there was just one little spot. And I was like, you did. You got him good.
And this is how you traumatize your children and wife.
Well, sometimes they get me good.
Yeah.
There's
times... you're easy though. I can just walk into a room and not say anything and you get scared.
This morning I was getting ready and I had scissors in my hand, cutting my bangs, right? And he threw open the door and I was like, fuck. And he was like, I was going to pound on the door, but I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, because I saw the scissors.
Oh my my God, there was one morning I was getting our daughter ready. We were looking for her shoes. And it dawned on me I hadn't seen our son in 5 minutes. So I'm calling out his name, looking around the house. I'm like, where is this kid? And we have a little statue in our kitchen. As you walk in, he was hiding next to the statue and the light was off. So I come around the hallway to look into the bathroom for him, and he jumps out from behind the statue. I almost peed myself.
That's so funny.
Smart little buggers. When I'm like in my 50s, y'all can't keep doing this to me. I have to start wearing Depends and shit. My bladder control is already bad because of having kids. I haven't thought about the long-term ramifications of this. This is a game now. And this will forever be a thing.
Yeah. I told you guys. I warned you.
I am the victim. I am the sole subject of everybody's frightening.
No, you're not.
I am. I mean, you get the kids too, but it's you and the kids against me. And I can't scare anybody with my goofy ass.
Well, I mainly try to get the kids. You're just always in there.
I'm just a byproduct.
They feel safest when you're in the room.
That's smart.
I know it is. I premeditated. I've put thought into this shit. It's taken everything I had not to buy like a realistic werewolf mask to chase them through the fucking house in the middle of the night. I'm talking lifetime trauma. Like, you need to see a therapist in your 60s because I scare you so bad.
When I was like 5 or 6, we were walking around Walmart during Halloween time, and my aunt put on one of those masks, and she came running around the corner and right up to me in this cart. I had another dude jump down from a tree while we were trick-or-treating in a wolf mask and chase me while I heard my mom laughing as I'm running away for my life. Yeah. My partner and I have implemented so much into our relationship, sometimes I can't even believe it's real. But I have another question now. My partner suffers from severe BPD, anxiety, depression, PTSD, and he's on the autism spectrum. He was fully forthright and honest about this when we first started dating, and I acknowledged it. We've been together a little bit now, and honestly, I love these sparkles about him. I embrace his diagnoses, and I honestly don't think I would be with him if he didn't have these attributes. I get that. If you weren't the person that you are, I don't think I would be with you. And it's because of your BPD the way that you are.
I was checking to see if they are Patreons.
Yeah.
I disagree with that statement.
Why?
Because I would just be who I am, but a lot more calm.
Yeah.
And logical, because I'm already a very logic brain thinking person.
Right.
If I could remove the emotional brain aspect from everything, I would be a very different individual. But I don't think that you would. I don't think that it would be different in a bad way.
I disagree.
Yeah.
The way that you love is very deeply. And I don't think that you would love that same way if you didn't have your BPD.
Well, I agree with that. Yeah, we definitely love different. I've said that a lot. Yep.
So I think it would definitely be, you'd be a whole different person.
Yeah, in that aspect, you're not wrong.
I appreciate you. I appreciate the things about you. I have heard you briefly mention a couple of times that you, and I think possibly Chris as well, struggle with certain sparkles yourself, and I was hoping that you guys could elaborate a bit more on the struggles and challenges of your dynamic from the perspective of a partner that isn't experiencing the episode. For example, my partner is currently in the mindset of a pretty intense mania, outrageous spending, lack of sleep, obsessive and intrusive thoughts, lack of appetite. These are all things I have experienced that I would appreciate he began communicating with me before he does the thing, whatever it may be, and he does well. Okay, I'm confused. So she was just giving me an example of what's happening, but he still makes it a point to say, hey, I'm going to do this before I do it?
She wants him to. She just wants to be on the roller coaster at the beginning of the ride, not halfway through it, which is not fucking healthy.
It's not healthy. I like to know that you're getting on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And I can stand on the ground and like wave to you while you're up there. But I need to know that you're getting on the roller coaster. I don't want to get on it with you.
Right. I'm not going to get into any of that because we've discussed that a lot at this point, and I'm not going to rehash all those conversations. I will recommend 3 books that you can read, and I recommend him read them as well. Buddha and the Borderline. Not really a whole lot about Buddhism. I don't know why they named it that way. It is in there, but it's not the prevalent part of the book.
Right.
Stop Walking on Eggshells. I Love You, I Hate You, Don't Leave Me. Buy those books. Listen to them, watch them, read them, whatever you got to do. and implement that into your life. That's going to solve a whole lot of things.
She also asked if it's covered in any of our episodes. What's the one called?
All of them. We not all of them, but a lot. Side piece episode 1, 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
2 and 3 both have borderline discussions. Then I know that for a fact. The one that we did on New Year's Day, which is called I Apologize, that one has it in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot at this point. You need to go on YouTube.
It's sprinkled everywhere.
Yeah, but they should be labeled like this is part of the conversation. And BPD is a very prevalent thing on our YouTube channel.
It is.
So watch that content. And if you still have questions, fire us another email, because then you can be specific with your questions. But I'm not repeating all of that again and again and again.
Okay.
Side piece episode 2 comes out Friday, the 17th. And then I believe the 21st or 24th will be the following Friday that episode 3 will come out. Okay. Unless you're part of the Patreon. If you're part of Patreon or you are a YouTube subscribed member, those videos are already available. They're in the member section.
That's so dope.
Right. I want to
Pre-release.
every time we do a side piece, because I'm excited, I want that content out right now. So at least I can get it out to some people, and then I can get feedback, and then we can release it to the masses on Friday.
Hell yeah.
I'm enthusiastic about those.
Me too.
Because it's not an email. It is a conversation where you and I get to engage and throw what if scenarios at each other, and it's a very different conflict resolution.
It is. It really pushes my critical thinking.
Mine too. Yeah, it makes me feel good when we're done, though. I feel like
yeah.
I've actually done something versus just giving my opinion.
It also makes me feel like I understand certain scenarios better now. When you put that deep thought into a topic and you really figure out how you feel about something.
Right, with no skin in the game.
Yeah.
Because if we get mad at a scenario, it's made up. We're not getting mad at an email with a person behind the email. We're not getting mad at each other because it is a made up scenario. It's all bullshit.
Right.
So, are we done?
Yeah, that was like 3 or 4 emails.
Okay. Well, that's an hour on this one, so we may only be at like 2 hours.
You want to do more?
We can do one more. Let's just do one more just to be safe.